All right, so let's talk more with the man who's Berkeley College's first and only basketball coach since their creation 21 years ago, Coach Christiansen. Thanks so much for coming in and talking with us today.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it.
Wow, you know, there's one thing that I neglected to mention in this story, and it's not only 29-0. You guys have actually won every single game. The last time you lost was the first game of the season last year. That's 53 straight wins for this program.
That's right.
What an amazing achievement.
I'm blessed. That's what I say.
Right.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, and apart from that, I mean, how do you get a win streak like that to not go to the players' heads?
What we try and do is not focus on it, you know, and not talk much about it. It's just we continue, you know, emphasizing hard work, sacrifice, practicing as hard as you can, but we try not to pay much attention to it, because when you do that, then their focus will change.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, is we've heard about that so many times. Last night we just saw UConn women's team lost in their Final Four. That was their first loss in, what, 112 games? They went 111 straight games. Gonzaga ended up losing their winning streak before the tournament and ended up making it to the Final Four themselves.
Right.
So how can you try to help these players not create something that gets away from them, having that undefeated streak just hanging over their heads?
Well, I could tell you that I know they talk about it.
They have to.
Okay, and they just do. But practices and games, we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. It's what are we here today to do? What did we see on the films? What's our execution? That's it. We don't talk about it.
And you've come close to losing, obviously, in a couple of your face when I just said that.
Yes, that last game, that was a big story for us.
It sounds like that's something that almost gives you nightmares, how close you came to losing.
Oh my God! I tell you, I think it was 4 seconds left, and the other team went to the foul line, and I just put my hand in my pocket and held on to my rosary beads because I really thought we were going to lose. I really did. And then the young man missed, and then he was fouled again, and he missed again. And the biggest thing that I thought about after that game, of course I thought about the winning and everything, the biggest thing I thought about was that kid. You know,
how tough it must have been for him.
Feel,
yeah.
You know, he's a great player, a great shooter, and he just missed.
Sometimes that happens.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Jeffrey McKee, who we just saw in that story, who, by the way, he had been interning at a New York business, and they were so impressed, apparently, with his work ethic, they ended the internship early and hired him full-time.
Yes.
As a former businessman yourself, do you take as much pride in seeing these players succeeding off the court?
Oh, my God. I take more pride in it.
Really?
I really do. I really do. To see what this kid has done in 4 years, it's amazing. It's just amazing. And, you know, Berkeley College itself it has the mission of empowering students to achieve success. So even in the classrooms, this is what teachers emphasize. And, you know, and it's not just about the work effort. It's about you coming in early, you staying late, you dedicating yourself to your work. And this is what this guy did. He was very dedicated to it. They love to see that.
Well, that's the thing. You know? That kind of success on the court, that kind of work ethic that you're instilling in them on the court, obviously translates to the business world as well. And finally, that starts to sink into some of these players' heads. But the thing is this, you know, you're not only a coach, you're a teacher, you're a mentor. Some of the players have considered you a father figure. You're actually delivering on promises that every coach of every basketball team around the world has promised every one of their recruits or every one of the mothers of their recruits. You can actually deliver that because you're helping them after their college days are done.
Yes, yes. And my motto is you have to feel uncomfortable before you can feel comfortable.
In what way?
You know, you're going to be practicing, you're going to be experiencing things you've never experienced before. It's going to set you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And you have to get used to that. And before you can be comfortable with the team, with the practices, with the games, with school,
right?
Everything.
Yeah, everything in life. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, you find your comfort in the uncomfortable. And that could give you a leg up in the rest of the world.
And certainly, I've been an example of that. I have gone through many uncomfortable times in my life, and now I'm comfortable with my life. I know what I need to do, and I just go ahead and do it.
This has turned into an amazing story at Berkeley College, an amazing success story, not only on the court, but off the court as well. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you, Jeffrey, some of the other players out there. Berkeley College head coach, Chris Christiansen, thank you so much for coming in and talking with us.
Thanks for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Very much appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it.
Hey, best of luck to you guys next year.
Thank you.
Good luck on the recruiting trail.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Stick around. We'll be right back.